What's good, everybody? Welcome to Trail's Corner once again. Today we're going to be touching up on an upcoming fight, um, October the 15th of 2011 to be exact, in the Staples Centers of Los Angeles. That is the Bernard Hopkins fight versus Chad Dawson. Now, I'm going to give you a quick analysis of my input and what I think the fight is going to turn out to be like. Okay, so first we're going to go straight to Bernard Hopkins. Okay, Bernard Hopkins is a very smart, skilled fighter. He always have some sort of a master plan, a game plan that he follows, and he's definitely a veteran in the sport. So you got to watch out for that. He also is a balanced fighter. His footwork is neat. He knows when to hit. He got this method that he hits and he doesn't. It's really hard to explain, but he was talking to a UFC fighter the other day, and he was saying how he hits when you don't expect it, and I don't know, he got this crazy method, man. But dude is a good fighter. Basically, he can fight, and he's definitely a threat in the sport of boxing, and not to mention that he's a veteran in the sport. And this is what you got to watch out for, though. Both fighters have, Bernard Hopkins has vulnerabilities that he's going to be stepping into the ring with that I'm sure he's aware of, but his age. Now, I know he's making a point that age doesn't matter. That's basically the point that he's making, and he's actually making a good point. That who he is personally as a person, he can overcome age, and he has overcame age. How he demolished Pascal. I believe he won both fights. Pascal gave him a run, but for him to be someone with that youth, that was definitely a thumbs up. But age does matter, and age has to be looked at, and that is a vulnerability that you have to be aware of, and that can work against Bernard Hopkins in many ways. All right, so Chad Dawson. Now, Chad Dawson is different than Pascal. I did my research, and Chad Dawson is a very strong mental fighter. He's very strong mentally. He's always in control of the fight, and usually when he's fighting, he's fighting his fight, or he makes it so that it's his fight. And in my eyes, I feel that it's something about him that he's basically the Floyd Mayweather of the light heavyweight division. That's how it seems. Of course, he has youth on his side. He's skillful. He's always calm, and he's not scared of nobody. And that's really what I saw in Pascal's eyes. Not only fighting Chad Dawson, but when he fought Bernard Hopkins, I've seen fear in his eyes. And I've noticed that his confidence, he's not that strong mentally. And even though he won against Chad Dawson, it was because the headbutt. Personally, Chad Dawson was down on the scorecards a little bit. Actually, he was down a lot, by the 11th round. I'm going to quote what his corner said. His corner asked him when he sat down 11th round, do you got 2 more rounds in you? And he was like, yeah, man, I got 2 more rounds.